Good morning, guys. I hope everyone had breakfast nicely. Now let's discuss about this dictionary. So yesterday we're discussing about the some values regarding this. Yeah, what the built-in methods. Now let's see the things today. So yesterday we are discussing about the keys. Now let's see. Keys means so now you will get only the dict keys. The format is dict keys format. So if you want to fetch that into list means we can append this one. So we can use this function like this. Now let's see the another thing which we can use. Okay. So now pop. So in list we have a method called pop, right? So pop, what it will do? It will remove the last element. So again in dictionary also we have the pop method. So it will remove the last complete key value pair item. Now I'll take sample dictionary. Sorry, sample dict equals to here. Here now I'll just simply pass like this instead of why simply use early strings. So I'll just use this one. Now 1, 2, 4, 6. These are the keys, and 2, 3, 5, 7. Are the values. Now when I use POP, it will remove the last key pair value item. But I'm not sure which one will delete because the insertion order is not fixed again in the dictionary, right? So that's why when I use this pop, I'm not sure which element might be delete. Which folder we are in? Okay. Python. Sorry. Okay. Something have messed up. Okay. This file where I've saved, yeah. Okay. In this DevOps. Okay. Fine. Okay. PyDict. Okay. 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 Fine. It is accepting one argument. Okay. So it means it actually means we need to pass some key then. Okay. Good. Good. So because the insertion order is not fixed, right? So that's why for when I use in the list POP, that means here I'm not passing any value for the list. So it was removing the last element. Now in this dictionary, we have to specify the key, which key value pair item you want to remove. So that's why simply I pass 2 means this is the key. So when I pass this one, so it is removing that. Now there is one more method called pop item. So now here let's see the definition. It will remove the particular item based on the key. Based on the key, it will remove. Now there is one more method called that is pop item. So for this one, you don't need to specify anything. Now let's see. So now I'm just using pop item. So now it will remove anything. Here I'm not passing any. For pop, you have to specify the key, which key value item you want to delete. So when I use pop item, it is removing the one complete item. See this one is the output. So for this pop item, you not need to specify which key or like value you need to delete. So it will remove any item because the insertion order is not fixed in the dictionary. So sir, you said like this one is remove the last element, but I'm not sure. Like that's why the insertion order is not fixed. That's why might be different. So this is about pop item update and values. Okay, now I want to update something. Suppose this for this 2 we have a value 3, right? So instead of 3 I want to pass some list. So let's see how I can do that. So sam dit the dictionary dot update, and what is the value? So in which key? Here you need to pass two values. One is key, for this the key, and just give comma and list. Let's see, guys. I'm not sure whether this will work. Okay, it is throwing most one argument, but got two. Okay. Okay, one sec, guys. Need to check this one. There is nothing wrong if you don't know anything. If you just googling it, that's fine. But if you understand, okay, this format. Okay, fine, guys. Update color. Where is the color, man? Okay, it is just adding. Okay, fine. I thought it will update the previous one. Okay, fine, guys. Suppose what will be the list colon? This is the way. Okay, correct. Now let's see. Okay, this list complete list it is taking. Okay, instead of this one, I will pass. Does it will accept this way? Okay. Why? Because list we have is a predefined function. So directly I'm just giving. So it is taking like this. Okay, these are good things, guys. It is learning these such things. Because till now I never tried this. Okay. This one earlier. Now this is just the key. Earlier when I didn't give the quotations for here for the class, so that's why it is getting class list of. So okay, these are the new things, guys, which you can remember. Okay, now so update it will add a new items to the dictionary. So update method, it will just simply add the elements. Okay, fine. So in this format, guys, so again, this update method will accept only one parameter. Now this is complete dictionary is one parameter only now. So, but inside this parameter, this should be in dictionary format. So here we need to pass the key and value only. It will append the complete dictionary into your actual dictionary. Okay. Good thing, guys. And you just remember this one as well. This one as well. Just to note down or else just remember. So one is next one is last method, that is where is notepad? Yeah. Values. Yeah. Now we have seen how to get the keys from the dictionary, right? Now I want to fetch only complete values and that should be stored into one list. For this one, we can use again for loop, and here I'm using J inside of that. What is that dictionary name? Dict dot values. Now, if I simply just print, okay, let's see, it will print only the values in a vertical order. This one I'll just comment here. Something I missed. Okay, values. I'm just giving method like values. Okay. So it is giving values 2, 3, 5, 7. Because here the values are just like only 2, 3, 5, 7, right? So it is giving only the values in this format. Now I want to store that into one list. That means how I can do here, I can just simply pass AB equals to one empty list. Now I can simply append that. Now print that, sorry. See, now it is printing, we're just storing all the values only in list. Now here, guys, one more thing is there. That is, okay, forget about this one. I'll just, okay, this is about values. If I comment from top to bottom, you don't get any confusion, I guess. Okay. Now I just commit everything. For now, I'll just remove this one because we have discussed all the methods. So already it is there here for each method. So for this one, I'll just write. It will give only values from the dictionary. No, don't. Yeah, anyway, I'll just give these files as well. Now we have discussed complete the methods in the dictionary, right? And after that, using for loop only, I want to fetch both keys and values. How I can do that? Let's see. Here I'm just taking one dictionary. Let me copy this dictionary here. Where is that? This one. So this is one dictionary. Now I want to store only key values in one list and values also in one list. How we can do that at once, like only one time. So using only for one single loop, we can use that. Let's see. B equals to one empty list, C equals to one empty list. Now see that I comma J. If you use this one, I hope this works with items are like we have to queue. Okay. Okay. First we'll just go like this. Let's see. B dot append of I will just pass C dot append. Now a small doubt, guys. Let's see. So we can print both list at a time. It's throwing two errors. Okay. Now here just queue items of. I think this is works, I guess. If not still, yeah, see. Getting the point, right? So whenever you use where that items of. So earlier, when I just use only single element, it is storing like how it was storing. Okay, just comment this. It was printing like complete tuple, right? So the key and the value in the tuple format. Again, this is one list. Okay, that is why appended. Okay, the forget. This one is again, it will be in the key value in the form of tuple. When I use only items here, if I pass only single variable, if I pass now this one, what is the first? I comes under only keys, J comes under values. So that's why I'm just taking two list to store two separate things. See, now this is only keys and this is only values. So this is one advantage with this one. So if you want to fetch two things using only single for loop, we can use this one. This is about complete dictionary and methods, guys. Now we have called dictionary comprehension. Okay. So I have a list, guys. It has values like 10, 11, sorry, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, like this. So I have one list. I want to multiply each element with 5. That should be stored as a, you can say, stored as a values, not keys. So the actual element should store as keys and multiplied value should store as a values. So how I can do that? Using dictionary comprehension, we can do that. So dictionary comprehension again starts with curly braces again. So here you need to pass like earlier for set and list, we are passing here expression rs like variable, right? The same here, variable colon variable 3 like this. So because I need to multiply each element, the value should be sorted. That's like see here, variable colon and this one. So key value again. This is the key and this is the value. For now, suppose instead of like this one I'll take var one because here I'll just pass two values, right? Var comma var one. It's also valid. I discussed like if you just remove this one, you just try that today. Just try. If you're getting error also, that's fine. Just try. And here just only pass one element and just try whether it will possible or like it will throw error, anything, just let me know. And here a dot items of. So I'm just passing this value. Sorry. Okay, something I messed up. Items are item, yeah? It items only, right? Then what's wrong with this? Sorry. Sorry guys, my mistake. Here I'm passing list, right? Why I'm using items? Okay, sorry. Sorry, it's my mistake. Sorry guys. So instead of list, just use some dictionary, the same dictionary here, and just try. The one which we discussed, we got error, right? That one just try. That is small assignment. Again, try that. Sorry guys, it's my mistake. See, now the actual elements are working as keys, and the multiplied values are like going as a values. So this is how we can convert one list into dictionary. Now suppose instead of list, I'll just pass directly dictionary here. Let's see. I'm just taking this complete dictionary, guys. Instead of this name, I'll just remove this one for now. So I have one dictionary like this. Now the player having like highest score, ODI, test, T20s and all. Now I want to multiply each values here. And these are the values, right? So each value multiply with 3 or like suppose 5. And to multiply each value with 5. Here I'm just passing dictionary. Earlier I use list. Now I'm using dictionary directly. There is sequence here. So here we'll just pass that where take some value sorry, not I. J will take because here we'll just take I comma J. Where dot items of. Now we'll see. See each value. This is dictionary, right? 181 into 5, 905. So 5, 300, so 1500. So we're getting these values, right? So this comprehension. So either we can use list or tuple or dictionary or set, anything we can do that. Just try to like using different sequence like tuple set also today, just for practice. So this is about comprehension, guys. About dictionary comprehension. So far, do you have any questions in list, tuple, set, dictionary, anything? So I hope we're good with this dictionary and the comprehension, right? Like how we can do that. Now we have last data type, that is range data type. So range is a one more data type in Python. Generally, range means a group of values from starting to ending. Suppose range, just normally not a Python, just range means from here to here. This one we call it as some range, right? Some the boundary range. You just go to cricket, it just boundary range means circle, right? So that is the range. Same way here in Python, that is the starting to ending, the generally. So we can create range of values by using range predefined functions. So for list, tuple, set, dictionary, we use symbols like square brackets, parentheses, and curly braces. For range, we don't have such that. We have only predefined function like list predefined function, tuple the same way. Range we have only predefined function. We don't have any external symbols to use to define or to create range data type. The range data type represents a sequence of numbers again. Earlier in list, tuple and all, we are giving that is the group of elements. And this is sequence of elements. Let's see. And one more thing, guys. Range only accepts integers. Apart from that, it won't accept anything. Only integers it will accept. So again, the range functions, we have three type of range functions. Now let's see. Range, this is that is one parameter. A range start and end. Range start end step. These are the three range functions which we have. Now let's see about each function. Sorry. Save this. So earlier we were using some variables, right? Like this to store list or like tuple or like dictionary as set, right? So for range, we have to simply use this range of. This is the one predefined function we have to declare like this. And let's see, I'll just try just print only. Py, sorry, is in now py range. Okay, see, we're getting 0 because range we can't print, like empty range we can't print, but empty list, empty set, empty tuples and all we can print. But range we can't print. Now here we need to pass some values. I said range will accept only integers. Either it could be positive or negative, anything. Here I'll just pass 10 value. Some 10, some I'm just giving. It is giving range. Again, it is printing like range 0, 10 because here I simply passed only one parameter. But while trying to print, it is giving start value and end value. So that's what I'm just here see. Range, one parameter we can give. The output will be range and start. That is the one, start and end value. Now I want to print some values from 1 to 10, unlike from 0 to 10. So we have this range data type is there. Now let's see. Suppose just use for loop only. I in var. See, it is printing. But sir, you have given 10, but why it is taking 9 means, yeah, this value, end value, see, while getting output, this one is getting right 0 to 10. So 10 value means it will take 10 minus 1, that is the 9. So it will take the ninth value. So if you someone asked you in interview, I want to print you 10 like values from 0 to 10. So you can simply use this range function and for loop. So you can just simply do that. And instead of this one, I want to store all these values in one list. So how we can do that? See, here we'll just create one empty list and we'll append that. ab dot append that I. So now each value will be stored into this, like I append into this list. Now instead of doing this one, I'll simply use list predefined function. Sam list equals to list of, just pass that range simply 10 or else because we already declared the range, that value, right? So simply pass that list of. Now just comment these lines. See, so here we just use only 2 lines. Directly you can give declare or just give range 20. Anything it could be. In integers we can pass any value, so it will print 0 to 19 values. So you can use directly use list predefined function, or else we can use this way for loop. Now this is about storing into list. Now I want to store that into tuple. Just use only tuple predefined function. This is the list. See the square brackets. And parenthesis this one. That's the tuple. So you can simply use this predefined functions to change the number. Also, this is one way. This is one approach, and this is another approach. So directly we can store those values. So this is about range passing only single parameter. Now suppose interviewer asked you like, I didn't want to print 0 to 10. I want to print from 50 to 100, like 50 to 60. Like how we can do that? Let's see. So he has given specific the range from starting to ending. So here you need to declare one variable equal to range. I is told 50 to 60, right? So take some result equals to, I'll use list of, just pass that value. See, it is showing the, because here I use list predefined function. But see the Here simply pass only one parameter. By default it is taking 0. But if you specify starting position, so it starts from this value to ending position. So this is one way, that is range of this one. Say this one. The range one parameter, and here range with two parameters, that is start and end. Now, you guys remember about slicing. We have interval, right? The slicing also. The same way for range also we have interval, guys. Suppose I want to print values the same way from 50 to 70, but it should skip one values like 50, next 52, next 54 like that. Let's see how we can do that. Are equal to range from 50 I want to print. Now till when 70. After that just give comma, and here you need to give the interval. That is by default, if you don't give means internally the interval will be always 1 by default. If you specify externally some value, then it will skip one values. Sorry. Okay, that we'll just directly use print, or just we can store that into some other list also, anything possible. See 50, 52, 54. See, this is the about interval. Suppose if I just give only one, that is by default, it will print again 50 to 70, one value. So whenever you change the interval, it will minus, it will skip one values. 50, 50, that means 51 is done, gone. Now suppose if I just give 3, and here I'll just give 100, guys. 3 values. So this is about interval. So these are the 3 types of range functions. So we can give range only with one value. So range start and end value, and range along with the interval. So these are the 3 range functions which we have. And one more thing, guys. Range data type is immutable. Means once if you define, we can change the existing range object. And we don't have any built-in methods for range. Simply we can use this range to use other type conversions. One more thing, we need to discuss something. Okay. Okay, let's take one list for now. So I'm just taking AB list of equals to. Here I'm just passing only in strings, guys. That is cities. I'm just trying to do some tasks for you. Some assignments to understand how the flow. Chennai and Delhi. Now integers now. Now I want you to store strings in one list, integers into one list. How we can do that? Normally we can use for loop. If we can use if statement instead of the for loop, we can use if. If and the list str of that I value equal to str, then it will be stored into that strings. Other else means it will store into integers if we have only these two. Now instead of that, we can do like we have another approach using range. Let's see how we can do that. Before that, to work with range, we have to first get the length of this one. So length if we use, so we'll get the count of that. Now see, result equals to length of. Now let's see, for I in range, what is the range of, that is the range result. I'm just giving. Okay, before that, just print result as well. So I told I need to store only strings in one list and integers in another list. So for that, what I'll just take two empty list, guys, here. So one is AB equals to, sorry, already given. Okay, okay, fine. This is the problem, guys. You don't get the CB or BC equals to one empty list. Okay. Now let's see about if index of which one, AB list of I. Let's see. AB dot append, again the same thing. So earlier I told that instead of using a range, we have declared two earlier. I'm just talking about without range. We can pass that this one, a complete list, and here in the condition, the first value will go. What is this one? So Bangalore directly comparing with the string. But here, when I use range, whenever you use range means what it will go. It here rest me like this is a value. This is the parameter, right? So where some integer will go here. So range of some number, that means it starts with 0 because I'm passing only one value. So 0, this is the 0 index. So AB list of 0. What is the first value? AB internally AB list of 0. So what will it print? Bangalore. For the next iteration, AB of 1. For next iteration, AB of 2. So each value we are using a range function for now, this one. Okay, why it is printing empty? Did I messed up something else? Okay. AB list, AB result of AB list of goes with, okay, 12 is coming. Okay, fine. 0 to first value will go here. Range of result. Okay, fine. Then what is AB is empty. Why? Why? So AB I value amount ఉన్నప్పుడు 0 ఉన్నప్పుడు Bangalore. Okay, fine. It's correct only, right? Okay, let's me guys. I need want to print AB this list. Let's see. Anyways, it's a good thing for you to practice like how to use. It's just giving Bangalore only, right? Then why it is not taking the values? Okay, just try this one as well. This is a small task because anyway, it's a good thing if you practice on more and more like such fact. Anyways, don't worry. I'll just give this file. Don't write. I'll give this file. Just practice this one. So why this one is not like strings in this tuple, integers in this tuple? So both it is accepting that. That's why. Okay, I just want to discuss like how to use this range instead of using this length. So that's why I'm just like, yeah, this is about complete data structures, guys. So far, if you have any questions and doubts, like everything is okay, right? So far we have complete all data structures, guys. We have covered everything. And apart from these data structures, we have other data structures and algorithms are there. So that one we'll discuss at the end of the complete course. So we'll just take complete 1 week for that because anyway, that will not cover in this one because that is completely different course again. So that's why after this course, at the end, after projects, I will explain these data structures and algorithms. Almost we have 25 algorithms are there. So we'll discuss with that. Now stepping into functional programming, guys. So I'll just give a small introduction about this one. Because what day is today? Wednesday, right? Okay. For tomorrow, we're just going to complete this functional. Friday, I'll give some tasks for you. Only one day, just take that. For Monday onwards, we'll combine these two batches. Okay. Now let's see what is functional programming, what is the function, how to create, and what is the terminologies and all. What is a function? First of all, the function can contain group of statements which performs the tasks. So before that, I would like to give a small introduction about that. Generally, suppose if you want to go to office, suppose if you want to go to school, college, or anywhere, so what you'll do, you'll just wake up, then you'll go to wash, then you'll go to bath, then you'll have breakfast, then you will go. So these are the regular steps, right? So we are doing that every day. So if someone asked, like maybe your father just tell you, go to college today, that is a function. Just assume that is a function, and the remaining steps you will do. Just take bath, fresh, everything. These are the steps, right? The tasks. Every day you do tasks. That is called calling. Your father just said, go to college. That is the function. And what are the actions you're doing? Bathing, like brushing, breakfast, and going. So these are the tasks every day. So performing. So you dot just call. So there is a function, go to college, that is a function name. That is the general way how to create a function. So function can contain group of statements, that is the group of tasks. So when we should go for these functions? So suppose you have group of statements that I just discussed, right? So when you're going to college, you'll do some tasks before that, taking bath and brush and having breakfast and going that side. These are the group of statements repeatedly we're doing every day. So then it is not required to write these statements again and again. So let's see. So we can define a function. Suppose your father don't call, like don't go to college means what you will do. You don't do such tasks, right? Suppose in Sundays you don't do anything such things. The same way here, if you don't create the function name, we have to write the steps again and again and again every time. But if you write the steps and give some name to the function name, we can simply call that function. All the tasks will be performed every day. So let's see. So we can define a function to write this group of statements. So after defining function, we can call directly. Suppose your purpose is go to college. So you will do all these tasks. But your father, whenever say go to college, that is a calling the function, just telling that go to college. So you're doing all the tasks and you're going, right? The same here, after defining, that means after completing your task, we have to call the function externally until you can sleep at home, like either it is Saturdays and Saturday, anything or holidays. The same way here. This is the when you can go with the function, guys. Suppose if you want to do some task like repeatedly every day, so we can give that into one function and just we can just call that function. You don't need to write again and again the same steps. So what is the advantages with this function? So maintaining the code is an easy way and code reusability as well. Yeah, sorry guys. And this again functionality, I would like to discuss about the package that we'll discuss on Monday, guys. Whoops concept will go on Tuesday. Yeah, see. Now again, functions, we have two types, guys. One is predefined or built-in functions and user-defined functions. So now you guys we have seen that predefined functions, all predefined functions, guys. Because we already discussed, because we haven't created this one. We simply using, that is calling. Now this is the when just sorry, list means suppose if you pass anything inside the list, it will just create some empty list, right? That is some task. So we haven't created any steps to create empty list. Simply we calling the list function. So that's why it is creating empty list. The same way function is to do some task repeatedly. Again here, so two types. One is predefined and is user function. Let's see. So predefined function means the function which are already coming along with the Python installed software. So these are the coming. These are the built-in ones. We are not declared like creating the function names. Now let's see the user defined function names. So based on requirement, a developer can define his own functions. Now this one, go to college, that is the one function. So these functions are called as user defined functions. So practically we'll see how to define the function and how to use and how to call the functions. So before going to that, I would like to explain the functional terminology. So how to create a function and what are the things we need to use. So if you want to understand the function concept in a better way, then we need to focus on this terminology. Let's see. Here we need to follow these things. Def. is a keyword. You guys remember the keywords, right? Where is that? Where is that? Yeah, this one. Function. I telling right. Each concept, like each keywords, will comes along with the chapters. So now in this one, def keyword. So where is the terminology? Yeah. Where? Yeah. Okay. Now def is a keyword, and after the def, we have to give the name of the function. So after that, parenthesis. So the just remember these lines. How to create one function and how to call that function. Now parenthesis. After this parenthesis inside, we need to pass the parameters if required. So by default, it is optional, guys. You don't need to pass any parameters inside the parenthesis. It is optional. And after the parenthesis, we need to give the colon. That is this symbol. That is colon symbol. And function body means the tasks, any statements. So after that, the last line should be always return type. So whether return is always optional, guys. So this is how we can create one function. Now let's see these terminologies and we'll create that. And again, that function having two main parts. One is creation. This is completely related about creating the function. Now after that, we have to call the function. Now let's see. Functions chapter. Now, how to declare one function now? Let's see these terminologies. First, we have to use def keyword. Def means defining. Defining means are creating. So here, what is the next one? Name of the function. So name could be my function name, because why you can give anything. So I told like identifiers, you're not supposed to give spaces. So that's why I'm using some function name to understand. So my function name. And after that, now what is the next line? Parenthesis. So after the name, you have to give the parenthesis. Don't give space here. So after the function name, just to pass the parenthesis. Next, what is the next line here? Parameters, if required. That is optional again. So we don't pass anything for now. So after that, what is the next colon? See, colon. Now just whenever you see the colon, the indentation will come, right? So whenever just click on enter. This is a notepad, it not works like that. Now you have to externally click on tab or like 4 spaces. Now just give your statements. Print. Wake up. I'm just talking about your this one only, functions. So like that, this is multiple tasks are there. Now this is about completely creating the function or defining the function. So now this def keyword and the space, we have to give the space. Instead, if you forget about the space, it will throw error. So after defining the function here, def keyword space and give the function name. After that, give the parenthesis and the colon. This is how we can create the function. Now inside of that, we can pass any statements, anything, not only print, we can do anything. So it should follow with the indentation. So here, return is optional, guys. Again, for now, I'll just simply pass return only statement. Now, whenever user click on return, it will come out of the index by default. In Notepad also it works, but in just try in Python ideally. After return, when you just click on enter, it will come out of the index. There's one thing you just remember. Now, this is complete creating a function. Now I need to call the function. Let's see how I can call. So we have declared complete function along with the statements. Now let's call the function. So how to call function? Just simply use the function name. Now this is calling. See, after the indentation, just somewhere like maybe you might have different function names, like different functions are there. So this one will have different name and this one will have different name. Now these are different, right? So these are different name and this different name. Now you will declare, like you will write some 5 or 6 or different function names. And if you want to call, you can call at end of the all functions, or else after the function, you can simply call that. Both are valid. This is the way you can just create the function and calling the function. Now let's see. For now, I'll just remove these two. Defining function and the calling function. These are functions. Okay, for now I'll just, sorry, CLS. It is just printing the something. Suppose if I forget to call the function, see, I simply in this file, I simply created the function, but I am not calling the function. Nothing is happening because I given the complete statements inside of the function. To execute these functions, we have to call the function. Otherwise, it won't do anything. See, I see that previous output and see this output. Without function name, it won't do anything. So this is about function definition and function calling. Yeah, this is about complete function terminology. And tomorrow onwards, we have different types of function, guys. I'll tell me that. Positional arguments. And one more thing. Default arguments. These are the multiple functions along with the parameters. Suppose, okay, for now, just remove this one. Now, print. What I need to print? Some variable. Let's see. See this one, guys. Here, parameters, right? This one we haven't discussed. If it is required, it is optional, but I want to pass some parameters along with the function names. So here, you need to simply pass some value here, like this again, any variable. So that variable I'm just trying to print. You guys remember in the list, the tuple, anything. This is the method anyways, but now just assume this is the main function. Just we're just passing a value, right? The same way here, it will pass some value. Hello, I'm just passing this one. So now, while creating the function, I simply created one variable. This variable will accept any value while calling the function. See, this one is how it is printing. So here the parameters is optional. Suppose, sir, instead of this one, by default, I'll declare high here itself. So variable, that is this is the one, guys. Parameter or arguments. Just remember that. Someone asked you in interview, what is this one means? It is a parameter. Suppose by default, if you simply give variable, that is the argument equal to some value. Well, calling the function, you don't need to, because here by default you're given. Now, if you just run the script, it is printing. Now, instead of you don't use this value by default, it will be like some 0, something like that. And okay, instead of that, I'll just give 0. Printing 0, right? Instead of 0, I want to print some number that is 10. So what I will do by default, I don't like that. I will give some other value while calling the function. It will just override. So instead of 0, it will take the new value and it will print that. So how it will go? 10 will go to this place. 0, it will override internally. Then the 10 value will be stored in here. It will print. So this is how we can create some parameters. Again, this one we have multiple types. That is positional arguments and default arguments are there. So and keyword arguments. So these are 3 types of arguments we have in this function chapter. Tomorrow we'll discuss that. So any questions so far, like how to create the functions and what are these things and all? Okay. By tomorrow, we're going to finish this one. From Monday onwards, so the package, Tuesday onwards, we'll start with the whoops along with this new batch. So that's why like it's like repeating for me every day. So that's why. So Friday, I'll give complete assignments, all these data structures along with the functions. You just practice Friday, Saturday. Yeah, okay. Then we don't have any questions. Then we'll wrap this calls for today. Everything is fine. Okay.